We hear people talk a lot about Isaiah 43:19. God is going to do a new thing. It's a amazing promise. It's a beautiful promise. And this promise particularly is given to them while they are in captivity. So do you think they wanted to hear and know that God was going to do a new thing and deliver them and free them and restore them? Absolutely, right? But I love if we go back up, and this is why you have to really, it's so important that we get the full context around scripture to get the depth of the meaning. So he says in 15, I'm the Lord your God, I'm the creator of Israel. Then God starts to give you his track record a little bit. He starts to read off his receipts. He's referencing the fact that he brought them out of Egypt through the Red Sea. And he says, listen, I made a path through the mighty waters. This is the part I love. In 17, he says, who brings forth the chariot. When you come toward the end, he said, they were extinguished. They are quenched like a wick. When you say wick, you think about a candle. And when you blow that candle out, that's what God said I did to them. And they were gone. It's kind of a flex. It's kind of God saying, like, I got rid of your enemies. I just blew it out like that. But then that makes it interesting when in verse 18, he says, do not remember the former things. Well, wait a minute, because the former things you just mentioned in this previous verse were good things. They were a miracle. You don't want me to remember those things? It's not like he ran off all of these bad things. He's saying to them, I had your back. I delivered you. I brought you out. But you know what? Wipe that from your mind, because I'm about to do a whole new thing and it's springing forth now. And I think the thing that I am constantly reminded of when I read this passage is a lot of times when we think that we're being held down and we need to, move forward, be prepared for God to do something new, we think that we're only holding on to mistakes and negative things and challenges. But the reality is, you know what can be the biggest deterrent to your next success, your last success? Sometimes we hold on so tight to the thing that God did previously that we aren't even armed and open or fertile for the new thing that he wants to do. This is one of the reasons why I love the fact that Jesus did miracles so many different ways, because he didn't want us to come up with a template. He wanted us to always rely on his spirit. And can we be honest? I see this in business. I definitely see this in ministry, in our churches at times, where we build a monument to one way that God moved instead of recognizing maybe that's how he moved in that season, but in a different season, it's going to be new. And we got to continually seek him for, God, how are you moving now? Right? And so he says, don't even remember the former things. The way that I delivered you the last time, don't hold on to that as a template. Don't expect me to move the exact same way. I'm going to do a whole new thing. And especially I'm talking to women of faith who are kingdom business women. Don't make a template out of the way that God did it yesterday. Make a template out of seeking his presence. Make a template out of seeking him first before you do anything else. That's the template. But the way he moved, the call you got, the person he used may be completely different this time. The offer that you sold might be completely different this time. Give God the flexibility to move and to show up in your life in a very different way.